Ma chambre ne fond de cage, les soleils passent en bois par la fenêtre. Ils chassent à la poutre comme les petits soldats qui veulent m'apprendre. Je ne veux pas travailler.
Hey BFFs, welcome to our warehouse slash movie set.
That's right. Here in the warehouse. Well, we have a
Yes.
great show coming up. And I think it's going to be special because we're going to be pairing wines from around the world with music,
Yes.
something different.
Yes, we have a fantastic musical artist coming
We do.
to join us today. Her name is April Walsh, and she is going to be singing songs of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, kind of vintage jazz, and she's going to match them to the wines that we drink and the champagnes, and it's all kind of based on what? The body of the wine, the region it
The
comes
region.
from.
Probably more the region than anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've tried to choose wines that are traditional in the region that we have chosen.
So, just hold your horses. We're coming right up.
We
Don't
are.
go anywhere. And you're just going to love this.
Please join us.
April, it's so nice to have you back. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
So, the last time you were here, we were talking about pairing your beautiful songs because
right.
you have such a
Such a
lovely
lovely
voice.
voice.
And it reminds me of the singers of the 40s. You have a very smooth way of delivering your songs, and I just love that. But we were talking about a very unique pairing with wines and your songs.
That's
and so
right.
here we are.
Here we are.
We are making this happen.
And we've chosen a few wines from around the world, and we'd love you to put your spin on it for us.
I think I can get a few songs from around the world.
That'll be awesome. Thank you.
So I actually sent you a list, right? And you took a look at it. And Paul and I took a little trip to High Times Liquor, where they have a plethora
They do.
of wines and champagnes, and they have a history on each one of them. And so we got a little person to walk through it with us, and he kind of guided us. And so we brought in from different regions. And so we have wine, we have champagne from France,
That's right.
We have, what else do we have, Paul?
Well, we have some wine from South Africa. We have wine from Spain, from Argentina, and we're going to finish off with yes, it's a wine, from Portugal.
Yes, and it's a really
Yeah.
special port. I
It
love
is
port.
Something unusual. We haven't told anybody about it yet, but
And to be
we're looking
honest, I
forward to
didn't
it.
even know it existed because I'm
Right.
I love red port, right? I love that. The ruby.
You like
Yes,
I like
I-
tawny port. I like
do
something
you?
that's a little bit more sort of aged.
Ah, yes.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I think so. I think you're right. But I did not know about this port. This port is unique.
It's very unusual.
Have you had this before?
I have.
Oh, man, where have I been? Okay. I've been making cheese platters.
Oh, you have.
Okay?
You've done a great job with that.
They're so pretty.
Isn't it
Oh,
nice?
thank
Doesn't
you.
it smell great?
Thank you.
So we're going to start off with a champagne.
Yes, we're going to start
Yes,
off
if you pass it
with-
over.
Yes, I will.
So it's not really, we haven't sort of selected wines of any particular
Right.
variety or anything like that. It's been more about the region.
Right.
And when we were at High Times, they sort of gave us the wines. Oh, in that region or part of the world, this is the famous wine from that.
Yes.
So we're starting off with a champagne.
Let me just take this off for
Thank you.
I have no objections to champagne.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh,
And it has no objections either.
that was
very
great.
easy.
And there we go.
It was very eager to start
yes.
the show.
Whoa.
I
Good
jumped
thing
out
I
of my
didn't spill
skin.
that.
I missed my. That was a lot of
Whoa,
fun, Annie.
that
I
was,
think, what did we
wasn't it?
destroy? I think it's great.
There's action. We are packed with action in this show.
So-
Okay, so here, you want to pour a little more?
A little bit more. And
Yes.
it's got a slight rosé tinge to it.
Yes, look at
So
that.
you have a song for us for this one?
Well, I suppose I have been like thinking of songs like since you sent me the pictures of the wine. I feel like tasting them will like clear it up for
Yes,
me.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
You know, like what song pairs with what wine, like
Yes.
what
Right.
feeling it inspires.
Oh, look
Yes,
at that. It's
I
like
agree.
a slight rosé
I love it.
which
It's
I hadn't expected.
Ooh,
Yes,
I like
delicious.
this. Look
well,
at that.
cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank
Very
you.
excited
This is going
for
to be a
this.
wonderful
Thank you
show.
for having
and
me.
cheers to
Cheers.
you,
Cheers
too.
to our crew.
And to our crew. They're just watching us.
Oh, I like it. It's not very sweet. It's a very nice.
Oh, my goodness. Look at all those bubbles.
They are great. I love the color.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Okay. April, when you sip this, what do you think?
I think that it's got a taste that kind of stays with you, you know, and it's got like I mean, it's relaxing but a little bit exciting too.
It is exciting. I think
You know.
champagne
Yes.
is very exciting.
And
I could see being on a porch sipping this, or at like a nice party, mingling
Yes.
with everybody. You know,
Yes,
it doesn't.
yes.
It could go with either.
Right.
And those bubbles when they hit your palate. Oh, my goodness.
Delicious.
Yes, yeah.
Love our glasses. by the
Or when
way.
they hit the back of your throat. So yeah, I think I know exactly what song
awesome.
to pair with the champagne.
Thank you.
Okay,
So,
well.
excuse me.
We got front row seats.
We do have front row seats. This is very exciting.
You go to my head and you linger like a haunting refrain, and I feel you swimming round in my brain like the bubbles in a glass of champagne. You go to my head like a sip of sparkling burgundy brew, and I find the very mention of you, it's like the kicker in a julep or two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea casts a spell over me. Still I say to myself, get a hold of yourself, don't you see? It never can be. You go to my head with a smile that makes my temperature rise. It's like a summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes. And though I'm certain that this heart of mine could never stand a chance in this crazy romance, you go to my head. You go to my head.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That
Thank you.
was,
That was lovely.
perfect.
It was perfect.
That was perfect.
What a lovely choice.
So, when I know you have a French song too.
I do. I
Yes.
do. Well, actually, no, I've got an hour of French songs. Yeah, it's in here. That's why I don't have room for anything else.
I love when you sing your French songs. I know we're going to move into some other songs that Spanish. We're going to do a Spanish song too, correct? But I love when you do your French songs because do you speak French?
No, I sing French, and I know what I'm singing.
Right.
But if you ask me to have a conversation, I seize up into like a nervous ball.
See, I would think that you speak French because you sing them so beautifully
That's
and
right.
spot on,
And
right?
your accent is
I've
wonderful.
fooled you then.
Yes.
I've fooled you
Yes.
all.
There you are.
Yes, you have.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, are your French songs your most favorite?
Oh gosh, that's a very Sophie's Choice kind of question, isn't it? but no, I've got many I like. There is one, however, that I enjoy that came out, if you can believe it, in 1996.
Right.
Ah,
And but it doesn't sound like that. You ever hear of Pink Martini?
Only the drink.
Oh, they're a jazz band in Seattle. They've been around since the early 90s or so.
Right.
And it's a jazz orchestra, jazz band. It's a whole orchestra.
Wow.
And they cycle through different singers, and they have people come back for it. So, yeah, and they wrote a song using only schoolroom French.
oh,
Oh gosh,
know.
so I could maybe understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most people could. It's very simple.
I would love that. I would actually. Can we? This is spur of the moment. I would love to hear that. Can you sing that?
Sure,
Like to-
sure,
Great.
sure.
Well, thank you.
Ma chambre ne fond de cage, les soleils passent en bois par la fenêtre. Ils chassent à la poutre comme les petits soldats qui veulent m'apprendre. Je ne veux pas travailler, je ne veux pas déjeuner. J'ai vu sous mon l'oublier, et puis j'ai vu. Des jours j'ai connu le parfum de l'amour, en mi grosse n'amour et pas de temps. Maintenant je flou dans mes entourages, mais rendre malade. Je ne veux pas travailler, non, je ne veux pas déjeuner. J'ai vu sous mon l'oublier, et puis j'ai vu. Je suis pas fière de ça, vie qui vous m'a tué. C'est magnifique, très sympathique, mais je les connais jamais. Je ne veux pas travailler, non, je ne veux pas déjeuner. Je vais sous mon l'oublier, et puis j'ai vu. For a rough translation, I don't want to work, I don't want to eat, I want to forget and smoke. It's a very 2020 kind of sentiment, right? Je ne veux pas travailler, non, je ne veux pas déjeuner. J'ai vu sous mon l'oublier, et puis j'ai vu. Je suis pas fière de ça, vie qui vous m'a tué. C'est magnifique, très sympathique, mais je ne les connais jamais. Je ne veux pas travailler, non, je ne veux pas déjeuner. Je vais sous mon l'oublier, et puis je fume.
Thank you.
Merci.
Oh my goodness! See, that sounded perfect. It sounded like
lovely.
you were in Paris. Like that's where you live. It sounds like
Right.
that's where you live. When you sing French, it's perfect.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
You're
I
singing
love
on
that.
the
merci
Champs-Élysées.
beaucoup.
Yes, yes, right.
Our next wine is actually from South Africa.
Yes, we're going to move
And
on
it
to
has
South
a
Africa.
French name on it. So it's that
This
one
one
there.
right here. Yeah, actually, it does have a French name.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
And you know, a lot of French settlers did settle in South Africa, especially in Cape Town, and they did a lot of wine growing there. So it's from the Swartland, and obviously with Zimbabwe, we used to have a lot of South African wines. So we knew this vineyard really quite well. It's the Swartland wine of origin. It's absolutely delicious, and it has a French wine. Sorry, a French name. Is that good? Okay. It's a lovely white. And you're going to try this? I know you're not a great fan of white
Oh,
wines,
of course
but
I am. Yes.
It's lovely
Well,
and chilled.
I
think it's
always, yes, it is very chilled. I always lean to red, but I don't mind a white, but my first choice is always red.
Right.
And so,
Well,
yeah.
it's a lovely color.
Yeah, yeah.
And have a sip and tell us what you think.
Okay.
It's very crisp.
Oh, it is. Oh, I
I
like
like
this.
that. Very smooth.
Oh, I like this.
Yep.
It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
That's
No,
right.
it's perfect, actually.
I think they do add some sugar during fermentation, but it gives us that lovely flavor that's coming through.
Yeah,
on
see,
the
I like a
aftertaste.
sweeter wine.
Yes.
I'm not so into the dry. I like sweet, right?
But the champagne you like dry.
Oh, yes, the champagne, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the champagne
But this I
was
think
good.
is great.
Yeah,
And this would pair with a lot of wonderful foods that we have here
yeah.
now, right?
Yes, it would, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
I would like this with pears.
yes, right.
I think I would.
Yes,
I can taste
yes,
the fruit coming
yes.
out of it. Strawberries would be nice.
Strawberries would be lovely. Okay,
Yes.
so tell me, South African, loving
French.
it with pears.
Do you have something that's going to...
What song would you sing
Oh my
with this?
gosh. What song would I pick? Well, it would be more about the mood than about the place.
Yes,
Yes, so.
right? Yes.
know.
This one's a little
So-
difficult, unless you can sing in Afrikaans.
But you know, since I just mentioned Eartha Kitt,
Uh-huh.
I feel like I should do an Eartha Kitt song.
Yes,
think you
yes,
should
yes,
too.
yes. I think
And I
you
think
should
because
too.
I've
Yes.
had two that were more ballad mid-tempo, I should make it a fun one. C'est si bon de partir n'importe où, boire des sous, en chantant des chansons. Ah, c'est si bon de se dire des mots doux, de petit rien du tout, mais qui en disent long, en voyant notre mine ravir. Les passants dans la rue nous envient, c'est si bon de guetter dans cieux un espoir merveilleux qui donne les raisons. C'est si bon, ces petites sensations, savent nous conditions. C'est tellement, tellement bon, ah si bon, oh voilà c'est bon. Les passants de la route nous envient en chantant des chansons. Quel espoir merveilleux, oh si bon, ces petites sensations. Voilà, c'est tellement bon.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, love that.
Merci.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
It would
Very
be nice to kind of pick it up a little.
Yes, no, I think it's great.
Yes.
Yes, it's all about the mood and the music and the wines. I think that's great.
So-
Annie, I think we're going to move on to some reds now.
You want to do reds
Yes.
now? Okay. So we've done South African white, and we have two reds actually.
We do.
Yes,
So
we
the
have.
first one's from Argentina, and it's a Malbec wine. So that means it's a varietal. So it only has one type of grape in it.
Yes.
The other one that we have is actually a blend. So there's going to be several types of grapes in it.
Should we take a little sip of this?
And you know the nice thing? It's a vintage, and it's 2017. So a vintage wine is one that you would possibly store. So they have
Right.
identified it as having good storing capabilities. So I'm excited to try this. Malbec is one of my most favorite red wines.
Okay.
It really is quite delicious.
I always like to.
I've never had it.
You've never had it?
I-
I'm pleased. You're going to really enjoy it.
I always like to serve my reds in the larger bowl, and sometimes I'll just serve my reds and whites
Right.
in the 20 ounce. I believe
Okay.
this is a 23 ounce.
All right?
And I just think it's so elegant. And
Well, it is elegant, and the nice thing is you can get your nose in there, and you can
Yes, yes,
smell the
yes,
wine, and that's so
exactly.
important. So when
Yes.
you smell it, and then you'll drink it, and you'll see the flavors all pop out. Now, we
You
did
guys are
chill
teaching
this.
me so much about wine now
So-
and experiencing it.
It's an Argentinian red wine. We have slightly chilled it.
Yes, we did.
It's very hot here right now, and so it shouldn't be too hot.
Right, right.
And quite often it's at room temperature. Well, we're definitely not at room temperature.
Yes, it was a little
So
hot
a
in
little
the
hot.
warehouse.
So we have
yes.
chilled it just to bring the temperature down a little bit, but not as cold as we would a white wine.
Right.
So do remember that. And don't be afraid just to take the edge off the wine.
And you can. That is a thing. You can chill your red wine. So
You can.
just a smidget, though.
Just, yeah, not too much. Otherwise, if you make it too cold, you're going to hit and you'll lose all the
Yes.
flavor on it.
Let's talk about the pour a little too,
Yes.
Paul, because my understanding is like this is we're sampling right now.
We are.
But when you have a large bowl like this, you only want to pour like to about right here.
do.
Right?
Right.
Yes. And if you notice, they do that in your finer restaurants.
Yes.
But that's because it's the proper way to pour.
That's
so
right.
you only want to pour right as the bowl comes to kind of bulging,
Yes, because
right?
you also want the air to hit the wine, and it releases the flavors, it releases the tannins, and then you can smell it so
Yes.
much better, and it has so much more
yes.
flavor.
Yes.
So, thank you, Annie.
You're welcome.
So if we, take your wine, and if you swill it around a little bit, you're introducing and give it a smell, and you can, you can smell it. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. Can you smell the fruit on that?
Yes.
Isn't it lovely? And then take a sip.
Oh, I love that.
And when you take your sip, if you slurp a little bit, bring a little bit of air in it, it takes it across your palate, and then you can pick up the flavors. This is very smooth. It's very
I
fruity.
love this.
It is a lovely wine.
This is so good.
Yeah, so this is a single varietal of wine, of grape, sorry. Grape
Yeah, this
varieties.
is really good.
Really delicious.
Yes, I love this.
It's like fruit with a teeny bit of tartness too, maybe.
Yes,
Or
yes,
A little
yes.
bit. Yes.
And you can
yeah.
see the legs on it. So
Oh, it's got the legs,
yeah,
which
it's
means
got
there's
the
a high
legs.
alcohol content.
Yes, yes, yes.
So how does this inspire you?
Oh my gosh. And where's this from again?
This is from Argentina.
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 Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it would be obvious if I said I'll do "Don't Cry for Me"
Don't Cry
Argentina,
for Me,
but I actually don't have that one in my rap.
Okay, but that would be a bit obvious. So
However, no, I think that this has just like a complex flavor,
Yes.
kind of thing. I think maybe a song that sort of speaks to that.
Yes,
think
yes,
so.
exactly.
No.
Yes, yes.
And even though, so bear with me. This song is not about wine or food, really, but it does have the word taste in it.
okay.
And it's about, if anyone needs a rough translation, this song, Sabor a Mi, by the way,
Oh, I love that song.
You love that
is
song?
Yes.
about,
Nice.
it translates to the taste of me,
Okay.
right? But it doesn't sound as good in English. It just sounds,
So much
a
better.
little bit. But no, it's just like it's cheeky.
Yes.
It's telling
Okay.
someone that you love that, hey, I know you love me too.
Right.
You know, and that this is forever, and you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Like,
not that
like
aggressive.
a fine
but it does
glass
have
of
a little
wine.
bit of
Fine
that,
glass of wine.
that cheeky, sort of confident, sort of
Right.
chasing your lover feeling.
Ah.
I think I love that.
Yes, yes.
Because a lot of songs where somebody wants somebody they're lovelorn, and they feel like they're not good enough, and this one's like, okay, so I'm crazy about you, but you're crazy about me too, right? So
Nice, I
anyway,
like that.
I like that quality, and it's
Yes.
cheeky. And you know what? This is a cheeky wine.
Yes.
It is a cheeky. Yes.
So here we go.
Okay.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de ese amor, nuestras almas se acercaron tanto así, que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí. Si negaras mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y comenzar. Tanta vida yo te di, que tu fuerza tienes ya sabor a mí. no pretendo ser tu dueña. No soy nada y yo no tengo vanidad. De mi vida doy lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tengamos la eternidad, pero allá, tal como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor a mí.
Cheers. Thank you.
There's more. No pretendo ser tu dueña. No soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad. De mi vida doy lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tengan hoy la eternidad, pero ya, tal como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor a mí.
Thank you. That was awesome. That really was a lot of fun.
Gracias.
I just love that song. I've always loved that song. My husband's a musician, and he's played with various bands and people, and he used to perform with a gentleman that sang that song, and I just loved it.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, yeah. It was a slower tempo, but I loved the song.
Very nice.
Gosh, yeah, I like it both ways, you know, as far as
Yes.
tempo goes. I think
Yes.
the slow tempo is almost a little bit more sort of like a wistful, pleading sort of romantic.
Yes.
But I think the fast tempo is what adds that sort of cheeky little
Right.
Yeah.
little swagger to it.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like that.
He was a little on the sexy side when he sang it.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and I would watch.
Is that why you liked it so much?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh my
but
God.
my husband was in the band too,
oh, okay.
so
So you have to be careful on that one.
right, yes. But I would watch
fun.
the audience, and the women would just be like, oh,
Right.
like
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
They love it.
It's just a beautiful song. I love it. Yes.
I've always been more comfortable playing coy than trying to go for sexy.
Right.
But I don't mind the little winky innuendo when I'm
Right.
singing. I think that's why I end up choosing the like doing the sort of cheeky fun interpretation.
Yes,
of
yes, yes. No, I love that. I love it. So
Well, we're going to move on to another red.
yes.
Do you
we
want to have a little nibble of
I-
cheese
you know
or
what?
something
I'm-
just to cleanse your palate?
That cheese right there is
it-
kind
is
of
it shouting your
scaring me.
name?
Yes, it's shouting my name. I'm just going to break
Yes,
off
would
a
you
little
like some-
piece.
Oh,
Would you
please,
like a
we
little
have- you-
goodie?
we
Oh
have
my
a
gosh,
wonderful
would I
choice
like
here.
some cheese? If you knew me, you wouldn't ask that.
Well, I have cheese forks or cheese knives, and here's some napkins right there. And so just
go.
go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we've had a wonderful champagne. We've had a beautiful, and I'm not a white wine person, but I really, really loved
That's
the
right,
South African
one.
white.
And they're known for their whites. I mean, they really are.
Okay.
Delicious.
And then, oh my gosh,
Definitely gonna
this
try
one.
more.
Please do.
Okay,
Yes.
so this one is the one
Oh,
we
so
just
it's the
did.
next. We're gonna. Yes, we just
Yeah,
did that
we
one
just
from
did this
Argentina.
one, yes,
Yes. So now we're going
just
to go to the Span-
recapping.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought- oh no, she's passing me the wrong wine.
No.
Okay.
This is the red we just did, right? The Argentina one. So we're going to move on after I pop this.
After you've cleansed your palate,
You know, this cheese is a balsamic cheddar.
this one is.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
that one right there.
delicious. Thank you.
I love it. Isn't it
Oh, that is
delicious?
delicious.
gotta try.
Right? Go ahead. Just
So you know you
dive
have
on
your,
in.
have your hard cheeses and your soft cheeses, and we seem to have a bit of everything here. I'm more of a fan of the hard cheeses. I don't know about you.
I like them both. You know, my best favorite soft cheese is the Saint Andre.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes, isn't it nice?
That is
yes,
nice.
yes.
It's very
Yeah.
lovely. It's very crumbly too.
Yes, it
is.
is. It is. Yes.
And it's sharp and tart and
But
cleanses
it doesn't
the
feel
palate.
crumbly in your mouth. It doesn't feel dry in your mouth.
No,
like,
right?
Even though
Very
it falls
nice.
apart. That's
Have a
interesting.
Yeah,
grape as
yeah.
well.
Okay,
Okay.
so would you say this is the star of the show? This
I
one
think
here?
it is. And look
yes.
how it's packaged. I mean, it looks like a star of the
Yes,
show, doesn't it?
I want to show this because this is a reserve.
Yes.
And it is a Spanish wine.
It is.
And
it's a blend.
It's a blend. But look at how they
with this wire on it.
Yes, I love
Didn't he say
that.
it was the wine of kings or something like that? So they wanted to present it.
Yes, that's what
in
he
such
said.
a-
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you, because it's a blend, and it has them on the back, but some of those names I don't think I can even say.
Oh, really? You're going to make me do
Tempranillo?
that?
Yeah.
Tempranillo.
And
Yes,
a
it's
Grenache.
Tempranillo. And it is Ganache. Ganache?
Ganache and a
No, it's
Graciano.
not. It's Garnacho. Garnacho.
Garnacho,
Oh, we are pitiful. We just want to look like we know what we're talking about. As we are, what, 3 wines in?
That's right. We're doing pretty good
And
here.
the champagne. Okay, so yes, we're gonna stop making fools of ourselves, and we're just gonna keep drinking now. Okay, so
And then
here,
we'll make
So
more
it's a
fools
and
of
then we'll
ourselves.
make more
Yes,
fools
that's
of
right.
ourselves. Yes. Okay,
Let's
so
try this.
let's just open this because I really, really want to try that.
So again, we did chill it slightly because it was very, very warm.
Yeah, because
And
it's
I think it's
yes.
better if you.
That's why we're all
Yeah.
just kind of sparkling right now.
Here we go. And if you notice, because it's an older wine, it's a little bit deeper in color,
I love
tending
that.
towards the brown
yes.
spectrum.
Yes. Yes.
It is this. I'm really excited to have
Okay,
this
so
one.
look at that.
It's lovely.
Look at that.
Yes, so swill it around,
Yes,
release all the.
yes. Oh my
the,
gosh.
aromas in
this
it.
is like,
It's a little bit more flat. It's not as fruity as the other one because it's,
sharper,
an older.
yeah, like
oh yeah.
It is nice.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. It's not as fruity as the other because it's an older wine, but it's a lot smoother. It's a very, very smooth wine. Yeah.
I love this.
You
oh
like
my
it?
gosh,
I
this
think
is
you have,
gorgeous.
the problem is you have expensive tastes. I think that's why
know,
you
I
enjoy it so
know.
much.
Yeah. I don't
a
have expensive
curse.
taste. You know, I'm surprised I'm enjoying this. You know, I'm usually a $2 Chuck kind of gal. So.
Okay, so
funny.
we are going to move because you sang that beautiful song. Wait, what is this? A Spanish?
It's a Spanish.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you sang that beautiful song, we're going to move on to, right? Are we singing one more song?
Well,
Do you want to sing another
is there
song?
something that's sort of grabbing
Something-
you right now? A Spanish song that would really do this justice?
Well, I guess this has like a mellow sort of flavor
does.
more
Oh,
so
absolutely.
than the other one.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. It's very
This is
It's
mellow.
like
more
a
fruity.
lounging wine.
Right,
You think
right.
So?
It's a lounging, yeah.
You could almost drink a lot and not realize.
So maybe like
yeah.
a Rumba.
Oh,
You know?
Oh,
Let's do it. I
Let's
think we should just do another
Let's
song.
just go for it.
All right, let's
Okay.
just
We're
go for
going to
it.
drink and you sing.
She's so sweet.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuándo, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes. Quizás, quizás, quizás. You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You only tell me, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Estás brillando el tiempo, pensando, pensando, por lo que más tú quieras. ¿Hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? So if you really love me, say yes, but if you don't, dear, confess, and please don't tell me, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Quizás, quizás, quizás. If you can make your mind up, we'll never get started. I don't wanna wind up being parted and broken hearted. Y así pasan los días y yo desesperando y tú contestando. Quizás, 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 perhaps, 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 quizás, quizás. pieces.
Nice, thank you. Oh, that was so fun.
That was very cute.
And I've been grazing on this beautiful
Yes,
food that
you
you've
have.
done.
You have.
The olives and things just cleanse the palate. So, our final wine
Our final wine. I'm going to
Yes.
put this right here.
Okay.
Our final
is actually a port.
is actually a port.
So
yes.
every wonderful meal ends with a port. And when you have it in
Yes.
a party, it's traditional to have port. And you would have it with your desserts because it's sweet.
Yes.
But I think this one's pretty special
Yes,
because
it
it's a
is.
white port. So ports are traditionally red, and it's made from obviously the same grapes, but I think they take the skins out so it doesn't taint
Right,
the
right.
wine, the port, and it's called a white port. So what I think, I'm excited about this one too,
Okay,
Annie.
so let me give
Thank
you.
you.
I've never had a white port in my
Never.
life. So.
No, it's unusual to have them. And I thought we'd end with something special and unique. And when we were talking about ports, and I suddenly remembered, white port, let's do it.
And
So
this was the only one they had, right?
it was, yes.
Right?
So
They
they're
had a
quite
lot
rare
of
too.
vintage
Yeah.
ports
Clear my palate.
that went that went all the way. What they had ports that were all the way from the 70s. Remember when they were
did.
they showed us the case?
So ports, traditionally they're sort of put into oak casks and then they're kept in there for a number of years and then they're kept, for 20, 30 years. So not all wines will keep for that period of time, but a port will. So they're a little bit sweeter and you will have them with your dessert at the end of your meal. As like
yes,
a
yes,
digestif.
yes, exactly, right, like an aperitif.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
There we go, try this.
So I am kind of excited about this because
So this,
this is
Cheers.
to me
Cheers.
this is the way to end your meal.
your meal, that's right.
It smells almost like a liqueur. It's so it's sort of
Yes, that's right.
Got a
So
sweet
there should be
smell.
raisins, you get the
Yeah.
raisin flavor.
I like this.
Isn't this nice?
Okay, it's definitely different from the tawny,
Right.
right? You can. It's definitely different from the tawny.
Yes.
Oh, it
I
tastes.
think it's like lighter, it's not as
It
heavy.
is very light. Yes, yes,
I was
it is.
expecting it to taste almost acidic, the way that sometimes like liqueurs do, like
Uh-huh.
aftertaste in your
Yes,
throat.
very
but
alcoholic.
It's so smooth.
Yes, it's
Yes,
very
it
smooth.
is.
Yes. Isn't it delicious?
Yes,
Love
it's
that.
really good.
Yeah.
And
cheers. From
this
Portugal.
is from Portugal.
So a port has to be from Portugal, as a champagne comes from France. So they,
yes.
it could be a fortified wine if it's not from Portugal. But if it says port on the label, it has to come from Portugal.
Well, then maybe this is why I love them, because maybe the Portuguese side of me is
That's
just
right.
honing in on it.
I agree, because you are part Portuguese, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Which part, Annie?
Well,
The drinking part.
this part right
Cheers to
here,
that.
the port part.
The music loving part too.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
that too.
Oh, yes, you're right. I love me a good, samba.
Yes, you do. Yes, I've seen you dancing. And you were dancing.
I was a dancer, yes. I don't like to say was, I like to say am, because the right song come on, I don't care where I am. I could be at the market. I could be, my children walk away.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to inspire you to dance, but I do have a samba. If you want to
Oh,
enjoy
I think that would go really
while
well
you
with
finish your
this.
port.
Please.
Yes.
Oh, I'd have to hold myself to the chair.
And it,
Yes.
Please,
I would
yes.
It's probably the most famous samba in the world.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay,
Look
let's hear
forward
it.
to
Let's,
Little
as
teaser.
we sip and savor this song.
So you had quite a dancing career, didn't
I
you?
did, yes, I
Yes.
did. I've been dancing
were
since I
very
was
young.
6 years old.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, now I dance in the kitchen.
I'll hold you back unless you want to dance now.
Oh my gosh.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes ah. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça, e a menina que vem me que passa, doce balanço comigo do mar. Ah, but he watches so sadly. How entrar aqui. Así era su besa, que cuando ela passa, mundo sorrindo, gente de graça, fica mais lindo por causa do amor. Que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema was walking. When she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see. No, she doesn't see. She doesn't see. She doesn't see.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
so much.